Scrappy Peep, Suzanna here today, and I'm sharing with you week 4 of Allison Davis's sketches for 6x6 paper pads. And so this has a 3 photo, basically grid layout, and she has squares that are, well, the photo's 2x2, and so the squares are also 2x2, and some of them are stitched. So I stuck with the 3 photos. However, my photos I'm going to end up trimming down to 2¼ They were actually probably somewhere between 2½. And so it gave them a very thin white border, and I will skip through me trimming all of those down. And then I'm also going to skip through me trimming down all of these squares because it was a tedious process. I am working with the Simple Stories Birthday Blast the Boy collection, and I'm going to supplement that with some Simple Stories plain pattern paper, plain cardstock, as well as just some pieces from my scrap here. But basically, because I have 2¼ square photos, I'm also going to have 2¼ square pattern papers or papers. And so the idea of the sketch is that you have multiple layers. Most of them have 2 layers. The ones with the photos, actually, and a few of them have 3 layers. So I, at this point, have done all of my squares, and what I did was I got out my dies. I have some stitched dies, and so rather than hand stitching, I went with my die stitched dies to give me various size squares. So where it seems like Allison, she has used all consistent size squares, mine are not consistent because I wanted, while I wanted to have the overlap of the squares, I didn't feel like it gave me enough contrast in everything. And so I didn't follow the sketch from that perspective. I basically went with the 9 squares, just my squares are different sizes, and you can see from the middle square that is one of the die cuts, and it is much larger, but I wanted to frame it to make it pop, and so that is also a framed die, so it's a nested die. And that is also much larger and intentionally much larger, but you don't know that it's that much larger when you look at the finished layout there. So I have committed to everything on the page here. It's just the embellishments that need to be done. I have various size squares. I have one that's on vellum. I have some that are just plain cards. It's not really cardstock. It's actually paperweight, patterned paperweight, not cardstock weight. But I guess it's cardstock. It's just Simple Stories cardstock. So different patterns, different colors, but all sticking within that sort of primary color scheme of the collection. This is a collection from Tuesday morning, so I am doing some serious Tuesday morning stash bashing here. The sketch is called for, the class is 6x6 paper pads, and these are not 6x6 paper pads. I don't have those for this. It probably would have worked better having the smaller patterns, but I wasn't worried about that because I just wanted the birthday feel. So these pictures are, there's 3 pictures, 2 of my husband on his birthday and the cat wearing, or one of the 2 cats wearing the birthday hat, and then the other one is just of the cat wearing the birthday hat. So if you follow my work, you know that prior to these 2, we had Belle. She was a black and white tuxedo, and we would subject her to all sorts of costume antics, and she was a trooper and played along very nicely with all of that. So we are trying to get these 2 on the costume antics kick, and they are not so much into playing along with this. We were able to get pictures of Belle in the costume just kind of sitting there or trying to slink it off. These 2 dash away and dash out of the costume as they dash away, so we definitely have to hold them, so you will see an arm. I've lost my scissors. That's what my snapping fingers like alligators is where are my scissors? So that is what this layout is about the cat helping Michael, ha ha ha, celebrate his birthday. So funnily enough, this I am posting on June 1st, which is Mia's birthday, and Michael's birthday is May 1st. So posting Michael's birthday layout on Mia's birthday, and then maybe I'll post Mia's birthday layout on, I don't know, the next birthday. So with the goodies that I got from Tuesday morning, I got the brads, the journal bits, the stickers came with it, the 12 by 12 sticker sheet, as well as the sticker book. And I think that, oh, and the chipboard came with it too. So I have all of those bits and pieces to decorate this with. In the top left-hand corner, in Allison's sketch, there's a circle with a butterfly in it, and so again, embellishments. And I got somewhat fixated on having to have that circle, and you'll see where I go with that. So that is going to be part of the title, birthday, and you'll see I put it away, but I come back to that, and the title of this layout is going to be Birthday Antics, so I will use that orange birthday. I'll come back to it, and then I'm just going to use some old black, I believe they're basic gray letter stickers to finish off Antics. You can see I've put the banner on that top right hand corner there. That is got some silver foil on it, so I want to incorporate that silver foil elsewhere into the layout as well. There is also on the sketch, so the title is in the center, which is where I'll keep the title, and then there is a banner off of the bottom left sketch, left square of the sketch, and so you can see I've got that scalloped edge, and I will go ahead and put a banner in there as well. So those are little confetti stickers, and I really thought that they would be fun to pull your eye out of that rigid grid and a little bit into the outer border of the layout. But there's so much busy pattern on there already that I decided not to. So that's where you can see I incorporate the banner in the sketch. It's at the bottom left. I put it on the top just because I wanted to have a mix of things at the bottom of the squares and things at the top of the squares. So I thought I'd put that birthday hat on Michael's head so that he had a matching birthday hat, but I actually like it as part of the title square because the title is Birthday Antics, and so the antic, of course, being that the cat is wearing the birthday hat. And that has a little bit of silver at the top of the birthday hat, so that worked out well. In the middle bottom square, there's a big A, and so instead I put the M on that left-hand side there because it is Michael's birthday, so M for Michael, and that allowed me to have somewhere to put the anchor the vellum down on those squares, so I just put liquid adhesive on the back of the M, and then the banner of the top helped hold that as well. So I have one of these paper stickers in my hand. It's a circle that says yay. I, again, feel like that needs to go in the top left-hand corner because that's where Allison's got the circle. But it's a paper sticker and I wanted to pop it up, and I have a really hard time popping up things on paper. It works much better on cardboard. So I'm going to stick that sticker aside. You can see my trimmer. It ends up being the holding place for the unknown elements of my layout. And in the meantime, it's kind of in a holding pattern till I figure out what to do with it. So this is where I come back to that birthday for title, and I know I'm going to put antics. It's either going to be hat or antics at this point, and I go with antics. But I wanted to get it a little bit that Y underneath what I had already put down with liquid adhesive. Fortunately, that came up nicely. So here I have the brads that came with the collection from Tuesday morning. See how I'm trying to pull things off of those squares so that it breaks you out of the rigidity of the grid there. So I have that. I can't remember what it says. It might say yay or something along those lines as well, but it just looks silly. It's like this bullseye sitting in the middle of the square. So I will change my mind on that. I do it because that's what the sketch calls for more than that it's what my design element calls for, or my design as I've interpreted the sketch calls for. So chipboard elements I'm putting down with liquid adhesive. I like my Ultra Bond. See, try again. Nope, nope. Maybe if I put it up higher. Nope, nope. Still nope. So I am going to go with a circle. I'm going to go with that yay that's in the holding pattern over on my trimmer. And then an orange sticker that says celebrate. So the brightness of the orange helps pop the brightness of the circles. It provides some contrast to the and breaks up the repetitive pattern. So a few of these squares are actually just teeny tiny thin frames. So that one on the left where I'm working now with the sticker, that is a tiny blue frame, stitched frame. And then there's a tiny green frame on where the yellow square is. And so they were hard to anchor down, but I used paper to hold them down as well as my liquid adhesive. I am going to journal in that yellow square. Allison has printed journaling off of the middle right-hand square, but I have a lot of busy pattern there, as well as I've already popped up an element. So my intent had always been to use one of these blank squares without pattern paper for handwritten journaling. I do try and handwrite on a lot of my layouts because A, I don't mind my handwriting, and B, I want the kids to know my handwriting. So that is pretty much going to wrap it up. Again, this is based on a sketch by Allison Davis, and unfortunately it is a closed group, but that is what this is all about, and just sharing with you a fun sketch inspired layout. So the close-ups are coming. If you have any questions about anything that I've done, please don't hesitate to leave them in the box down below. Thanks for stopping in today. I hope you are doing well. Come back again soon. Take care.